Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel. It's Kadest. In this post, we're going to look at how you go about feeling your feelings. So feeling your feelings is an essential practice that allows you to keep moving forward, that allows you to keep taking the next step in whatever you're after achieving in your experience, whether that's inner happiness, inner satisfaction, or some external goal. And the first step really is to allow that feeling to be there, to welcome it, to simply recognize that some emotion is coming up for you. Some emotion is stirring for you. The second step, once you recognize that you're having an emotion, that you're having an emotional reaction, that you're having an emotional experience, is to name the emotion. Naming the emotion allows you to give sort of an objective perspective to what's arising within you. You stop yourself from becoming the emotion, becoming over-involved in the emotional experience, and simply create that gap between you as consciousness, you as the person, and the emotional reaction that's coming up. So name the emotion. Practice saying, oh, I feel anger, or I feel frustration, or I feel sadness, and frame it in that way. Instead of saying, I am sad, you want to cultivate the habit of saying, I feel sadness, because you're feeling an emotion. You're not becoming the emotion. The next step really to allowing yourself to feel your feelings, allowing yourself to feel your emotions, is to validate the feeling. Give yourself understanding that you are having that emotional experience. So if it's a feeling of sadness, you give yourself understanding for why sadness is arising for you. You give yourself that sort of empathy, that compassionate self-awareness. And what that allows you to do is go deeper into that process of feeling your feelings and then letting them go. And that's the key here. You want your feelings to arise and then dissipate, which is what's natural for the movement of emotions through your awareness, through your nervous system, through your body. So you want to break any habit of becoming over-identified and sort of over-invested in the emotion that's stirring up. You want to break the habit of being attached to the emotion and sort of perpetuating it within yourself again and again. When an emotion arises, it's really meant to provide you with information and then dissipate, dissolve. The natural sort of duration of an emotion when it arises is no more than, a minute or two. So if you find yourself in a state of an emotional state that goes for longer than that, then there's some sort of over-identification happening where, your mind is sort of perpetuating a story and sort of you're recalling all the other times that, you felt that way and so on and so forth. So you want to cultivate the habit of, recognizing that you're feeling a feeling, that you're having an emotion, naming it, then validating the experience, giving yourself understanding and compassion, and then allowing it to go, releasing it. And if you find that it's a particularly intense emotion, you may have to consciously sort of ignite that releasing up step in your experience. You have to sort of consciously release. And you can do that by asking yourself open-ended questions like, can I let this feeling of anger go? Now that I recognize that I feel angry and I've identified that anger is coming up for me and I understand why it's coming up for me and I've given it that sort of space to be seen, to get the information sort of into the conscious aspect of your processing, can I now let it go? So you can ask yourself open-ended questions if you find that you're not able to sort of return your nervous system back to a state of equilibrium. So really it's 3 steps plus a fourth. So recognize that you have an emotion, name the emotion. If you can't identify a name for it, you can use tools like the feeling wheel, the feelings wheel. I think you can go to feelingswheel.com and you can find a list of emotions you can use to sort of identify what exactly you're experiencing. And then you validate. So recognize that there's an emotion, name it, validate the experience, and then if you need additional help restoring balance to your nervous system, you can create conscious questions to help you release. So can I let this frustration go? Can I let this, anger go, and so on and so forth. So 4 steps and you're clear.
I hope you enjoyed and appreciated this video. If you found it helpful, please feel free to like and share it with your friends and community. I'll see you guys in the next post. Until then, stay in your power.